Days passed before the Aurora returned to normal operations. Repairs stretched across every corridor, panels scorched from the resonance surge. But beyond the damage, there was a quiet, not of loss, but of awe. The galaxy was awake again. News spread faster than light relays could handle, stars reigniting where there had been darkness, dead moons sprouting faint atmospheres, entire systems showing signs of regeneration. The choir of worlds had become a phenomenon across civilization, proof that life, in all its forms, was older and wider than any had ever imagined. Evan Cole sat in the medbay, bandaged, weak but smiling. The resonance shock had left his nervous system unstable. Every strong frequency made his hands tremble, even the steady hum of the engines felt like thunder in his veins. Dr. Lyra Sen entered quietly, a data slate in hand. "You should be resting," she said, though her tone was softer than usual. "I am," he said. "Just vertically." She exhaled, setting the slate down beside him. "You realize you nearly burned out half the ship's systems talking to a cosmic void?" "Worth it," he said, eyes distant. The silence wasn't evil. It was just lonely. Lyra tilted her head. "You sound like her now, Aurelise." He smiled faintly. "Maybe I finally understand her." She hesitated, then swiped the slate on. Holographic images filled the air, star maps glittering with points of light. "Council monitoring stations picked up something new," she said. "Out beyond mapped space. Not signals, exactly, patterns. Dreams, maybe." Evan's eyes sharpened. Dreams? They matched the same bioresonance frequency as the choir, but they're unformed. Like something stirring, not yet awake. He stood, ignoring the pain in his legs. "It's spreading farther than we thought." Lyra frowned. "We just stabilized 6 sectors. The Council wants to study, not chase mysteries." "The Council can wait," he said. "If these worlds are waking, they'll need someone to speak for them before someone else decides to silence them again." She folded her arms. "You really think you can talk to galaxies now?" He looked toward the stars through the viewport. "Not talk. Listen. That's where we always start." Captain Roth joined them on the observation deck hours later. His massive frame filled the doorway, expression unreadable. "Council's authorizing a new expedition," he rumbled. "They want you to lead it, Doctor. Names already spreading, the Foster Initiative." Evan blinked. "You're serious?" Roth nodded. "They want to train a new division, medics, scientists, empathic liaisons, to treat not just bodies, but ecosystems. To listen the way you did." Lyra's mandibles twitched, her version of a grin. "Looks like you've started a religion, Evan." He laughed weakly. "I prefer movement. Religion sounds like I need a robe." But his humor faded when the next hologram appeared, a new image, grainy but unmistakable. Beyond the galactic rim, faint structures glowed, vast filaments like roots of light connecting clusters of galaxies. The pattern looked organic. Alive. Roth pointed. "Council scans say those are gravitational filaments. Old physics says they're inert. But now, they're pulsing," Lyra whispered. "In rhythm." Evan's heart pounded. "It's the same resonance," he said. "The same pattern the choir used." Lyra turned to him slowly. "You mean, the entire cosmic web might be alive?" "Maybe it always was," Evan said quietly. "Maybe life didn't start on planets, maybe planets are just its voices." Roth's gaze hardened. "And if those voices start talking back?" Evan smiled, the expression soft but certain. "Then we answer." He moved to the central console, inputting coordinates beyond any mapped territory. "Plot a course along the outer filament line." Lyra stared at him. "That's beyond Council jurisdiction. We'll lose contact within days." "I know," he said. But if this really is a living network, it deserves to be met, not studied from afar. Roth grunted. You realize most people would rather retire after saving the galaxy. Evan chuckled. Most people haven't heard galaxies dream. The Aurora's engines hummed to life, their repaired cores glowing soft gold. Outside, stars stretched into luminous threads as they entered jump space. Through the viewport, the cosmos seemed to shift, no longer distant, but watching. Lyra stood beside him. Do you ever wonder if they understand what you're saying? He glanced at her, then out at the endless horizon. I don't think they need to. Understanding's overrated. Then what are we doing out here? Reminding them, and ourselves, that even the smallest heartbeat can change the silence. The stars around them pulsed once, faint but unmistakable, as if answering back. Evan smiled. See? They heard us. And as the Aurora disappeared into the uncharted dark, the galaxies themselves seemed to hum, faint and eternal, a lullaby between worlds, written not in words but in connection. Months later, on Station Harmony, a child pressed her ear to the soil of a garden once built atop dead ground. Mom, she whispered, it's humming. Her mother smiled softly. It's just the wind, sweetheart. But the child shook her head. No. It's singing.